Most bikes get ignored because they are not noisy, not trendy, not poster material. When experienced riders put miles on them, the story flips swift and the results feel shocking quietly. Today we count down 15 sleepers with plush seats, stable manners, and power that saves our wallet. Wait until you see the one folks laughed hard at until they rode it. We promise plush, simple riding first, so we start with a bike that feels stable from mile one. Number 15, Honda SCL 500. Most folks saw it as a style prop. Then we ride it and feel a smooth, stable pull. That 471cc twin makes torque early, so traffic feels simple, not stressful. At about 31.1 inches of seat height, our boots get a secure, confident footing, even on sloped gas stations. Fuel capacity is about 3.2 gallons, often rounded to 3.3, so modest range is what we plan. Ergos are upright bars, neutral reach, and a knee bend that stays friendly, relaxed on older hips. In parking lots, it feels light, balanced, and that saves us from those humiliating tip-over moments. One rider said, "Bike is well planted. The bike's power delivery is good. It is smoother than I expected. The brakes with ABS feel predictable in rain, and the suspension is plush enough for broken pavement, but the skinny wind pocket can feel limited at 70. Ownership stays cheap, parts stay plentiful, and routine service stays simple with a quick dealer stop. New pricing sits around $6,799, and clean used listings often land $4,500 to $6,500, a steady bargain. Experienced riders love it because it feels steady, playful, and it still feels like a solid motorcycle at sane speeds. If we like this light feel, the next pick adds torquey shove with a lowered seat without touring bulk today. Number 14. Harley-Davidson Softail Std. Most folks call it basic, then we roll it one block and feel a clean, stable surprise. The Milwaukee 8 107 cubic inch twin delivers torque down low, and the pull stays smooth instead of jerky. For tired knees, the payoff is real. The seat is about 26.8 inches, and the balance feels secure and friendly at stops. The tank is about 3.5 gallons, and the range feels predictable, so fuel math stays simple on day rides. The ergos give feet forward comfort without that hammock stretch, so our hips stay calmer when traffic turns uglier. Ownership is simple because it is a clean base, and the aftermarket is massive for seats, bars, screens, and suspension. Swap bars and a better seat, and the ride turns silent, relaxed, and trustworthy on highways too. New pricing starts around $15,000, and clean used bikes usually land $12,000 to $18,000 depending on miles and value add-ons. Two facts keep older riders loyal. The motor is proven, and the chassis stays stable and secure when crosswinds shove us around. Weight feels heavier in parking lots, so we stay patient and deliberate. If this low-seat cruising fits you, the next pick goes upright and plush on rough roads, staying secure with a different attitude. If your knees crack on cold start, tap like, then share this list with buddies who chase smooth miles today. Number 13. Triumph Scrambler 900. People buy it for looks. Then we hit a cracked back road and realize it is a legit, secure tool. The 900 cubic centimeters twin is tuned for torquey first, so roll-ons feel smooth and never hectic in traffic. That calm delivery is why experienced riders trust it. It keeps our wrists relaxed and our throttle hand stays steady. Seat height is about 31.1 inches, and the upright stance gives knees room. Plus, the wide bar adds stable leverage. On rough pavement, the suspension feels plush and stays stable. The tank holds about 3.2 gallons, and the mileage is usually solid, so quick stops stay predictable instead of annoying. One rider shared, "Scrambler 900 was my first bike. It was an awesome first bike. Ownership stays simple. The layout is clear, and service access is not a weekend-long puzzle." Another win is balance. It feels light at walking speed, so parking lots stop being stressful. New pricing typically starts in the low 11,000s, and clean used listings often land $6,500 to $11,000, depending on year and extras. The small knock is wind at highway pace. The stock pocket can feel limited until we add a screen. If you like this upright vibe, but want more modern tech and a tighter street stance, Number 12. BMW F900R. It gets ignored behind bigger BMW badges, but one ride shows how sharp and stable it really is. The 895 cubic centimeters twin hits with mid-range torque, and the throttle feels smooth, not twitchy, when we roll through town. The chassis feels balanced, so corner entry stays secure even when our reflexes are not 20 years old. With traction and anti-lock brakes, mistakes feel smaller, and the ride stays confident, especially in the rain. Seat height is about 32.1 inches, and the upright bar position keeps shoulders relaxed and vision clear. The tank is about 3.4 gallons, and real-world miles per gallon are usually decent, so range stays predictable. Ownership has 2 quiet wins. The service routine is simple, and the bike accepts factory options that make riding safer and calmer. Another surprise is weight feel. It turns light at speed, so back roads stay playful without the wrestling match. New pricing commonly starts around $9,000 to $10,000, and clean used bikes often sit in the high sixes up to the low teens. The downside is wind. The naked setup can feel noisy on long interstates unless we add a screen. If you love this modern control, wait until number 11 brings old-school Japanese smoothness with a friendlier seat. If this list saves you one bad bike choice, tap like, subscribe now, and tell us which sleeper feels safer. Number 11, Yamaha FZ6R. This middleweight got skipped at bike night, yet it delivers the kind of smooth, practical joy we actually use every single week too. The 599cc inline-4 is tuned for usable pull, so power feels linear and never scary when traffic gets messy. That matters for senior riders, because we can ride briskly without the drama, and our hands stay relaxed on long days. Seat height is about 30.9 inches. The bar reach is neutral, and the fairing gives modest shelter that reduces fatigue. The tank holds about 4.6 gallons, so the range is realistic and stops are not constant interruptions. Ownership has 2 strong points. Yamaha reliability is proven and parts support is widespread because so many were sold. It is also simple to live with. The clutch is light, the balance is friendly, and slow turns feel secure in parking lots. Exhaust sound of Yamaha FZ6R? There is no new bike showroom option anymore, so we shop used, where clean examples often run $3,000 to $6,000. The only gripe is weight and dated tech. It is not the sharpest thing in tight corners compared to newer bikes. If you like this Japanese simplicity, the next pick brings massive American torque, but keeps the riding feel surprisingly manageable. Number 10, Indian Chief Bobber. Most folks brace for a style bobber with painful posture. Then this bike surprises us with a smart ride. That 116 cubic inch V-twin brings torque that feels smooth and strong, so we can surf gears and stay relaxed. Seat height sits around 26 inches, and that lowered perch keeps stops secure when our hips feel stiff. Fuel capacity is about 4.0 gallons, which makes range planning simple for real day rides. The reach to the bars is natural, the controls feel simple, and the bike stays stable at parking lot pace. At low RPM, it feels peaceful and smooth, but twist harder, and it turns thrill into forward motion. Senior riders love the slow speed confidence, plus the big twin control when we pass without drama. It takes upgrades cleanly, so a plush seat and small screen can add comfort with simple effort. New pricing starts around $17,499, and used runs from the low 11s into the high teens for steady value and torque. The one catch is that corner clearance can feel limited, and the mass feels noticeable if we rush U-turns. Now let's keep the classic vibe, but jump to something lighter and more playful in the corners. Number 9, Ducati Scrambler Icon. People hear Ducati and expect drama and wallet pain, yet this one feels simple, light, and relaxed. The 803 cubic centimeters L-twin gives torque down low and stays smooth through real-world speeds, so we are not chasing redline thrills. Seat height lands around 31.3 inches, and the upright cockpit keeps knees happy and shoulders loose. The wide bar and neutral pegs make posture neutral and comfortable, and the bike feels stable at low speed. Fuel capacity is about 3.8 gallons, and that compact tank helps the bike feel flickable and secure in tight parking lots. Ownership stays friendly because the bike is smaller, the controls feel simple, and we can ride it daily without feeling punished. Top speed of Ducati Scrambler Icon. Senior riders love how it feels. Playful at a sane pace, plus the bar leverage keeps steering light when roads get rough, and new pricing starts around $10,995, while used listings commonly sit from the mid-5s to around 10 for smart value and steady smiles. The downside is that wind protection is minimal, and the stock seat can feel harder until we pick the right upgrade. If you want that playful feel, but with a smoother, grown-up sport edge, the next one surprises hard. Drop a comment, which bike did you ignore, then ride, then instantly respect, and which sleeper still feels underrated today. Number 8, Honda CBR 650R. Here's the twist. This looks sporty and serious, yet it rides civil and forgiving. The 649cc inline-4 spins silky and smooth, so throttle control feels clean instead of twitchy. Seat height hovers around 31.9 inches, and the mild forward lean keeps us supported, not cramped. Fuel capacity is about 4.5 gallons, which gives practical range and fewer gas station interruptions. The fairing makes highway air quieter and more stable, so our neck fights less wind. Ergonomics land in that sweet middle. Bars are lower than a naked, but our back can stay relaxed with small adjustments. Ownership stays simple because it is Honda, and the drivetrain feels solid when we pile on miles in mixed weather. Senior riders love the refined control, plus the chassis stays stable in sweepers without begging for reckless speed. New pricing sits about $9,899, and used listings often run from the mid-fives into the high nines for smart value in a four-cylinder. The only knock is that the riding position is still sportier than a standard, so risk can feel aching if we ignore brakes. Next is the opposite energy, upright and razor sharp, and it feels lighter than it looks. Number 7, KTM 790 Duke. Write it off as a rowdy kid bike, then we ride it, and the control is the surprise, not the chaos. The 799cc twin hits with mid-range torque and stays smooth on steady throttle, so corners feel easy to manage. Seat height is about 32.5 inches, yet the narrow waist makes footing more secure and less intimidating. Fuel capacity is about 3.7 gallons, and the lighter weight makes stop-and-go riding feel simple on the body. Ergonomics are upright and active, with wide bars that give quick leverage when the road tightens up. Senior riders love that it feels light and precise, so we can have fun without wrestling a heavy machine. On back roads, it feels playful and flickable, and we end the ride with lesser fatigue than heavier bikes. Just remember, the chain needs regular care, and that routine keeps ownership simple and cheaper. New bikes list in the high 80s and used runs 5 to 7, strong value and performance. The trade is wind protection is minimal, and the seat can feel harder if we try to do all-day highway slogs. If you like sharp handling, wait until the next pick. It does highway stability with less chain fuss. Number 6, BMW R 1250R. While everyone name drops the GS, this roadster delivers mature manners and serious punch in a cleaner package. The 1,254 cubic centimeters boxer twin makes torque that feels smooth and balanced, so highway passing is never stressful. Seat height sits around 32.3 inches, and the upright cockpit keeps shoulders loose and sightlines clear. Fuel capacity is about 4.8 gallons, which gives strong range for long days without constant stops. Ergonomics are roomy and neutral, and the bike feels stable at speed, even when the winds start pushing us around. With wind add-ons, it can feel quieter and more comfortable, which matters when we ride in all seasons. Ownership feels simple because the shaft drive means lesser fuss, and routine service tends to be predictable. Senior riders love the calm control, plus the weight sits lower so the bike feels secure once we are rolling. New pricing lands in the mid-15,000s, and used runs from 11 to the mid-teens. Steady value. The only downside is parking lot mass feels noticeable, and boxer width can feel wider when we squeeze between cars. Next, we go lighter and more playful again, with an engine that feels alive without needing big speeds. Number 5, Triumph Street 77765R. Here's the funny part. It feels effortless and lively, yet our body stays relaxed the whole time. On the street, 77765R, our hands feel confident and sharp inputs turn into stable motion. The 765cc triple pulls smooth and strong, and it stays clean through town without that jerky on-off drama. Seat height is about 32.7 inches, but the narrow waist keeps footing secure and makes stops easier. Fuel capacity is about 4.6 gallons, a practical tank for this class, so our range feels generous. The sporty upright posture gives great leverage, and the bars keep wrists comfortable and thankful over broken pavement. Controls feel light, clutch pull stays friendly and stop and go. Senior riders love that it feels nimble in corners, yet it tracks straight and secure when we settle into cruise. Retail pricing usually sits around the low 11,000s, and used value often lands from the high 7s into the low teens. A steal. Small knock, wind protection is minimal, so our chest can take a beating on longer interstate runs. If this feels taller and lively, the next pick sits lower and planted, with a cruiser rhythm that lets us breathe. Like for the algorithm, subscribe for more no-dealer fluff picks that keep your wallet and back happy. Number 4, Harley-Davidson Fat Boy. All that metal looks brutal, then the Harley-Davidson Fat Boy rides smooth and stable at real speed. That 117 cubic inch V-twin makes torque and gravity feel friendly, so cruising stays peaceful. Seat height is about 25.9 inches, and the lower stance keeps stops secure and makes footing easier. Fuel capacity is about 5.0 gallons, and many owners report mid-30s miles per gallon, so honest range stays practical. Ownership is simple, belt drive stays clean, and the aftermarket is massive for bars, seats, and windscreens. Add a taller screen, and the highway miles feel quieter and calmer. Ergonomics are feet forward and relaxed, with a broad bar that keeps steering controlled and stable in slow turns. Senior riders love the confidence at parking lots, plus the smooth roll-on that avoids painful surprises in traffic. Showroom pricing usually starts in the low 20,000s, and used value often sits from mid-teens into low 20s. Still smarter value. Downside, it is heavy when backing up, so we choose flat spots to stay secure like veterans. Quick clip idea. Cut to a roll-on sound from about 12 seconds to 20 seconds. Let the exhaust thunder speak. If planted weight is not our mood, the next pick is light and modern with Street Fighter energy. Number 3. Aprilia Tuono 660. We expect wristy pain from the name. Then the Aprilia Tuono 660 shows up light and friendly in our hands. The 659 cubic centimeters twin feels smooth and eager, and the chassis stays stable when we ask for speed. Seat height is about 32.3 inches, but the slim tank makes it reaching secure and stops feel easier. Fuel capacity is about 4.0 gallons, and real mileage is usually solid, so range stays practical for day rides. Ownership surprise number 1 is the technical help, with ride modes and traction settings that keep mistakes smaller. Ownership surprise number 2 is how little effort it takes to steer, so our shoulders stay relaxed in tight turns. Ergonomics are upright and controlled with a roomy cockpit that fits bigger frames without feeling stretched. Senior riders love how planted it feels, never scary, and the brakes stay predictable when the pace rises. Market pricing is commonly around $10,499, and the used value often runs from mid-sixes into low teens, a bargain. Downside, wind protection is limited, so longer highway days require a small screen. If we want fewer gadgets and more classic boxer torque, the next pick brings timeless vibes. Number 2. BMW R nineT. Old school style can fool us. Then the BMW R nineT feels solid and stable the second we pick it up off the stand. The 1,170 cubic centimeters boxer twin makes torque with a smooth pulse, so we cruise on roll-on instead of chasing revs. Seat height is about 31.3 inches, and the upright reach keeps knees friendly and our sightline clear. Fuel capacity is about 4.2 gallons, and the broad power lets us ride peaceful and smooth, saving energy for the day. Ownership win number 1 is the shaft drive, which stays clean and keeps chain chores smaller. Ownership win number 2 is how balanced, stable weight feels in corners, so it never feels like a top-heavy showpiece. Ergonomics are relaxed and roomy, and the bike feels confident on back roads without begging for insane speed. Senior riders love the quality touchpoints, the torque character, and the way it turns a simple ride into a classic moment. Sticker pricing generally starts in the mid-16,000s, and clean used value often lands from low teens into high teens. Downside, wind protection is limited, and premium parts can feel costly when we start adding extras. If we want a calmer all-day answer with practical comfort, the last pick is our keeper for us. Do you like this video? Click that like button, and if you want to support us even more, become a member. Have early access to the newest videos. Number 1. Triumph Speed Twin 1200. Most people expect a short ride hot rod, but the Triumph Speed Twin 1200 feels plush and stable on real pavement. The 1,200 cubic centimeters twin makes torque with a smooth shove, so we surf gears and stay relaxed in traffic. Seat height is about 31.7 inches, and the neutral reach keeps knees friendly and wrists happy. Fuel capacity is about 3.8 gallons, and the bike still feels practical because the MPG is usually solid. Ownership win number 1 is the simple layout, which makes daily checks easy and keeps the bike feeling approachable. Ownership win number 2 is the quality suspension feel, which stays controlled over rough patches and keeps fatigue smaller. Ergonomics are upright and roomy, with a seat that supports us when the ride turns longer than planned. Senior riders love the classic look, the torque character, and the way it handles back roads without feeling nervous. Current pricing commonly lands in the low to mid-10,000s, and clean used value often runs from high 7s into low teens. Downside, wind protection is limited and the tank is not massive, so highway days need planning. So what is the sleeper we ignored? Then rode once and felt instant respect. Drop it in the comments. Click the next video to continue the road trip. Join our tribe by subscribing. And if you want to support our channel and have early access to the newest videos, become a member. And don't forget to like this video.